there in YouTube land. This is your girl, Sadani Lee, and, well, technically this is my first YouTube video. Over the last few weeks, people keep asking me how come I don't start a YouTube channel, and the other thing they keep asking me is, do I really wear that much makeup when I leave out of the house? So, to answer the first question, I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel, honestly. It's just, I kept making excuses. I just got tired of making excuses and was like, you know what? I'm just going to take what I have and I'm just going to jump out there and do it. I'm just going to make videos of whatever it is you want to see. I'm going to try to do it 1 to 2 times a week. Don't hold me to that, but I promise I'm going to try. So hit the like button down there and subscribe to my channel. To answer the second question, I don't typically wear a lot of makeup when I leave out the house. Between you and me, sometimes I leave out the house with no makeup. Oh my God. Yeah, sometimes I do. But on the days that I wear makeup, it's usually pretty light. Tinted moisturizer, all over face powder, I fill my brows, and I pop some mascara on. This look is pretty much everything I do. I did add a little bit of highlight. You see that strobing? I added a little bit of highlight, a little bit of bronzer and blush, but for the most part, real natural, real simple. So if you like this look and you want to know how to recreate it, then just keep watching. Hey, so I'm starting out with my Divine Image Cosmetics Tinted Moisturizer in Medium Majesty. I'm using my Sigma foundation brush, and I'm just going to put that tinted moisturizer all over my face. This tinted moisturizer has natural sunscreen in it. It's an SPF of 20, so it gives you all-day sun protection. Make sure you get it all over your face. Don't worry about the fact that it looks a little light. We're going to fix that. Now I like to do my eyebrows. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Chocolate. I'm using the Dip Brow in this tutorial. I don't always use Dip Brow, but it's what I had on hand, so I used it for this tutorial. Soon I'm going to come out with one with my spiked pencil by MAC. So I like to put the concentration of the color in the middle and carry it out towards the end. I don't like to put the heavy color in the front of my brow. I like the front of the brow to look a little more natural. Yeah, I'm almost out of that. So I'm going to go right in the top here, but still not going to the front of the brow. And I'm just going to bring that down and connect it and fill in any gaps where I might not have as much eyebrow hair as I want to. And now I'm going to use the pencil and take that all the way to the front without dipping my brush back in the product. Just a little flick of the wrist there. Nice. Now I'm just going to do the same thing with the other brow, starting in the middle and just carrying it all the way out. Yep. And then I did the same thing in the front here, just a flick of the wrist up and a slight line across the top. Now I'm going to go in with the spoolie brush because I don't like harsh lines, and I'm just going to blend that front part out. Don't worry if it gets a little uneven. You can always fix that when you come back with your concealer. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I just want to soften that up so that my lines don't look so harsh. Now I'm going in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. Is Studio Finish? Yeah, Studio Finish Concealer. I like to use a concealer that is close to the same color as my skin tone. I don't like that ashy or that really white line under my brow and above my brow. I like it to look a little more natural. So I'm putting it also at the top just to make my brows a little more defined. I don't always put the concealer on the top. Sometimes I just do the bottom because I like my brows to look a little more natural sometimes. Yes, yes, girl. And then I like to blend that out so that it doesn't look like a harsh line. And then I'm going to blend out the bottom as well. I'm just going to bring that down. And I did the same thing on the other side. Just going to bring that across. Yep. And then I'm going to put some on the top also. You really have to have kind of a steady hand with this. How I learned to do it is to just keep my hand still but turn my head and let the brush just glide across. Then again, blending is key. I guess I like my brows. Now I'm using my Cover FX. I'm going to go in and use the concealer, and I'm putting that right under my eye. It's just a shade lighter than my natural skin tone. I like using my finger for this because I just feel like I get a better blend when I use my fingers. I'm not going for super strong highlight and contour today. I'm going for something a little more natural. Just make sure you get that concealer all the way up to your lash line. And do the same thing on your other eye. And go all the way up to the lash line again. There we go. Now I'm also going to put just a tiny bit of concealer down the middle of my nose, on my forehead, and just above my Cupid's bow. The reason I put it right above my lip is because if you can see, I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation there, or darkness, and I like to kind of cover that up just to give myself a little bit more even coverage. And then I go in and put it on my chin also, just because I did everywhere else. I might as well finish it off. So I'm going to set everywhere I put the concealer with my Ben Nye banana powder. I'm going in with a fluffy brush. Usually I use a sponge, but I'm using a fluffy brush today. Something you want to keep in mind when you're going in with your powder, whether it's banana powder or any other setting powder, before you put the powder on, take your finger and make sure you don't have any creasing in your concealer, because once you put that powder on, it locks everything in place, and that creasing will be there for the rest of the day. So I'm just putting the banana powder all over, everywhere. I don't have to be super neat with it. I'm just getting it on. And I'm putting it right over my lip and right on my chin. Like I said, everywhere I put the concealer. Now I'm going in with my Collage powder by Divine Image Cosmetics. It's a bunch of different colors. But guess what? Our face is a bunch of different colors. I'm using a kabuki brush, and I'm going to go into all of those colors. And I'm going to put that, start right on my cheekbone, because, again, I want the concentration of color to be in one spot, and then blend it out. So I'm going all over, covering my ear, down my neck. And yes, I am going right over top of where I put the highlight, because I'm not really going for a super bold highlight. I'm going for a more natural look. So this powder isn't going to take it away. It's just going to tone it down a great bit. You want to go in circular motions with a very light hand. You don't have to buff it really hard. You're just kind of moving that product around and blending everything together. Blending makes such a big difference. I think blending, if you have the right blending, it looks just as flawless as if you got your face airbrushed. Now I'm going in with my holy grail of highlighters. It's Opal by Becca Cosmetics. I know you guys have seen this before. My fave. I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to highlight right on my cheekbone. When I tell you a little bit goes a long way, I mean a little bit goes a long way. I'm talking from the East Coast to the West Coast. Just blend that in right along your cheekbone, and I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. And just blend that in really well. Oh, got some in my eye, I guess. Now I'm going to take just a tiny bit, not a lot, and I'm just going to go right over top of my brows and just kind of highlight that area a little bit. I really like how it looks when the light hits right there. Then I'm going to take some and put it right on the tip of my nose, and then also right on the top of my Cupid's bow. It just gives like a, I don't know, like a sexiness to the lip once you have your lipstick on. And now I'm going in with my Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in Dark Deep. I'm using a contour brush by Sigma. And I'm just going right in my contour lines. I am almost out of that too. Looks like I'm going to have a makeup haul video coming soon. So I'm just going right down my, I guess the hollow of my cheek, if you will. Right over top of where I put some of that highlight, just to tone it down a bit, and just making sure that I blend it well so that there's a seamless transition between the two. I'm also going to put some on my forehead, right on my temples, just to kind of warm my face up a bit. I also like to put it right under my neck, under my jawbone. And I'll just bring that from behind the ear around on both sides. And then I like to come down the neck. I don't like any lines. Now I'm going in with my Divine Image Cosmetics blush. It's called Bronze Armor. That system is amazing. The way the blush is already inside of the powder, and all you have to do is pump a couple times. So when I put the blush on, I don't like to go any further than my eye. When you bring it around to the apples of your cheek, it kind of gives you the appearance of a more round face. And I like my face to look more slender. So I hit my blush right there on my cheekbones, just like so. I love this brush. Now I'm going back into that collage powder with an eyeshadow brush. I'm going into the lightest color, and I'm just going to pat that all over my eyelid. Just pat. And I'm just pressing that right into my eyelid. I'm going to do that on both sides. Once I have that all patted in, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest brown color. And I'm going to put that all in the crease. And I'm going to blend that darkest brown into the lighter color using windshield wiper motions. I'm not doing a super glammed out eye. I'm just giving a little bit of color in my crease to give some dimension. A little bit of color on my lid just to brighten my eyes up. And I did the same thing on the other eye already. Now I'm going in with my Divine Image Cosmetics lip pencil in Deep Coral. I like to use lip pencils as my lipstick sometimes. This pencil is a wood-based pencil, so it makes the lip liner water resistant, and it tends to last a little bit longer than some of my creamier lipsticks. So I'm just going to fill in my entire lip with this lip pencil. I like to fill my lips starting from the bottom up, because it just naturally makes your lips look fuller when you come from the bottom. When you come from the top, it's like your hand naturally goes inward, so it makes your lips look thinner. Yes, I love this color. Now I'm going in with my Divine Image Cosmetics lip gloss. This color is called Pink Prophecy. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on my lips, not too much because I don't want to take away from the coral. Just rub my lips together. And last, I'm going to do some Bad Gal Lash. That's by Benefit Cosmetics. I really like Bad Gal Lash. I'm going to go along my bottom lash line, just sweeping it across. I have lash extensions, so I typically don't put mascara on, but I wanted to just kind of brush them out a little bit with just a tad bit of mascara. And there you have it. This is my go-to everyday look.